Welcome to the third video, Chemical Reactions and Equations, Part 3. Here, I made background color black to protect your eye from mobile radiations during the night time. While watching the night time, it will help your eyes to protect from the mobile radiations. This video, it includes the types of chemical reactions. If you didn't watch part 1 and part 2, first you go to the part 1 and part 2 video. I have given link in the description box below. Click on them and then watch part 1 and part 2, then come to the part 3 video. This is the one slide I have introduced in between. This helps you to better understand how the atoms they will combine, how the atoms they will break down. Here the A and B are the two atoms of individual elements. They combine and then form a product, that is A and B. You can get one simple clarity how the atoms will be combined or decomposition. Next, chapter 1, chemical reactions and equations. This is the third video from in this third video, the types, it includes the types of chemical reactions. It includes chemical combination reaction, chemical decomposition reaction, chemical displacement reaction, chemical double displacement reaction. Fifth one is reduction and oxidation reaction. See, chemical combination reaction number 1. The name itself indicates combination. The combination means the combination of one or two objects or the reactants. Combining of the one or two objects or the substances or the reactants. The definition, it involves the reaction in which two or more reactants combine to form a single product is known as a chemical combination reaction. Here I have given a general equation, that is x plus y gives rise to xy. X is the reactant 1 and y is the reactant 2. When these two are combined, we get the product, that is only a single product. If two or more reactants combine to get the single product, this reaction is called chemical combination reaction. Next, chemical reactions involve the breaking and making of bonds between atoms to produce new substances. Here, during the chemical reactions, in the reaction, there may be a breaking of the bonds or there may be a making of a bond between the atoms of the elements to produce new substances. Okay, we can discuss one by one here. Example number 1, 2H2, which is in the gaseous state, G, plus O2, it is also in the gaseous state, G, gives rise to H2O. This is the chemical combination reaction. Two reactants, hydrogen and oxygen, when these two are combined with each other, there is a formation of a single product, that is water, H2O. See here, I balanced this equation. 2H2, there are 4 hydrogens on the reactant side and 4 hydrogens on the 2 into 2, 4 hydrogens on the product side. 2 oxygens on the reactant side and 2 oxygens on the product side. Example number 2, calcium oxide plus H2O, water, gives rise to CaOH twice, calcium hydroxide. There is a there is a liberation of heat. Calcium oxide, CaO, plus H2O, water, when these two are combined with each other, there is a formation of one product, that is calcium hydroxide. Its formula is CaOH twice. Then come to the third example for the chemical combination reaction. C is the carbon or the coal plus O2. When carbon and coal, when these two react with each other, or carbon is heated in the presence of oxygen, there is a combination of carbon and oxygen, it forms the carbon dioxide. This is the burning of coal. This carbon dioxide formula is capital CO2, which is in the gaseous state. Here I have given a key points. Number one is calcium oxide CaO is called quicklime. Very important key points I have given here. Number two is calcium hydroxide CaOH twice is called slaked lime. Then slaked lime is used for whitewashing the walls. Slaked lime is used for the whitewashing the walls. You have to keep it in your mind. The fourth one is calcium carbonate CaCO3 is called limestone. Limestone. Next. Second reaction, chemical decomposition reaction. The reaction in which a single reactant breaks into two or more products is known as decomposition reaction. Here, this reaction is a just opposite of chemical combination reaction. The first reaction we already watched that. This is the opposite of that one. It takes the form of the general equation I have given here. Xy gives rise to x plus y. Xy is a single reactant, and then breaking of the xy, there is a formation of two products, product 1 and product 2. Only a single reactants are breakdown to form a two products, product 1 and product 2. Next, I have given three examples here. Example number 1, calcium carbonate CaCO3, which is in the solid state. It is breakdown to form a calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide CaO and carbon dioxide CO2. Example number 2, H2O, water molecules are breakdown to form a H2 and O2 gas. Water H2O gives rise to H2 plus O2. This is not a balanced chemical equation. I didn't balance this equation. Water when electrolysis means when the electric current is passed through the water, there is a liberation of hydrogen gas and the oxygen gas. Third one, example number 3, 2AgCl means silver chloride HCl. When exposed to the sunlight, it breaks down to form a Ag silver and then chloride. Then when this silver chloride exposed to the sunlight, there is a breakdown of the bonds taking place. Next, third one, chemical displacement reaction. A chemical reaction in which a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element from its aqueous salt solution. It takes the form. Here, x plus yz gives rise to xz plus y. Look at the reaction, the general form of the reaction, x plus yz. Yz is the compound, x is the highly reactive element. Here, y is the metal and x is also a metal. X is the highly reactive element. Y is the less reactive element. Then x displaces y from its compound and form xz plus y is coming to the product side singly it is get the product. This reaction is also called a chemical substitution reaction, also called as a substitution reaction. Example number 1, zinc plus, when zinc is reacts with the copper sulfate CuSO4 gives rise to, it forms zinc sulfate and then copper get coming outside. Here zinc is the highly reactive element as compared to the copper in the copper sulfate solution substance. Then zinc is highly reactive element, it displaces the copper from its compound and hence it forms ZnSO4 zinc sulfate, and then copper gets outside singly individually. Hence Uh, Here, example number 2. Iron Fe plus copper sulfate gives rise to, it forms iron sulfate, and there is a formation of copper outside. Iron is the highly, zinc and irons are highly reactive elements as compared to the copper, and then there is a displacement of elements taking place here. In the above reaction, iron Fe is highly reactive element than the copper. That's why there is a displacement of the copper taking place by the iron. Next, fourth reaction, chemical double displacement reaction. This reaction, it includes, there is a exchange of the ions, there is a exchange of the elements. Definition, it involves a chemical reaction in which ions gets exchanged between the two reactants which form a new compound is called a double displacement reaction. It takes the general form xy plus za gives rise to xa plus zy. Here xy is the compound, za is the another compound. There is an exchange of the ions taking place. Look carefully, xy and za. Here xy in this compound, y from the xy eliminates, and then it accepts the a from the za, and then it becomes xa and zy. Here I easily made this equation with the color. You can better understand this equation. Hence x and z are the two metals with their compounds xy and za. Example number 1. Na2SO4, sodium sulfate and barium chloride, when these two compounds are react with each other, there is a formation of barium sulfate and sodium chloride with the exchange of the ions, or with the exchange of the reactants. Here sodium sulfate, in the sodium sulfate, sodium, it gets the chlorine from the BaCl2 and it forms NaCl. Then in the compound BaCl2, barium, it accepts the SO4 from the Na2SO4 compound, then it becomes BaSO4 and NaCl. Example number 2. Barium chloride, it reacts with the sulfuric acid, it forms barium sulfate, and then hydrochloric acid is liberated. Here barium chloride is the compound. Here barium, it accepts the sulfate from the H2SO4 and then it becomes BaSO4, and then there is a H2 in the second reactant and Cl in the first reactant, and these two combined, there is a formation of HCl. This equation is not balanced. It is given for your homework. You balance this equation. Fifth equation, fifth reaction, oxidation and reduction reaction. Next, what is an oxidation? Oxidation is the addition of oxygen to the compound, is an oxidation, or reduction is the removal of addition of hydrogens to the compound is the reduction. Don't confuse these two definitions. Oxidation, if a substance gains oxygen during a reaction, this reaction is called oxidation reaction. Reduction reaction, if a substance gains hydrogen during a reaction, this reaction is called reduction reaction. I will just tell you some brief information about this oxidation and reduction. Oxidation is the addition of oxygen or the removal of hydrogen from the compound. This involves the oxidation. Reduction, it involves in the substance there is a removal of oxygen or the addition of hydrogen is the reduction. This is the very important definition for you. Next, effects of oxidation reaction in everyday life. We are observing these reactions in everyday life. There are two examples in the everyday life we are observing. Number one is corrosion, number two is rancidity. Then what is meant by corrosion? We are familiar with the name corrosion, that is rusting. Its definition is like that: it is defined as degradation or destruction of metal because of chemical reaction with the surrounding environment. Means the shining surface of the metals can be destroyed slowly. This is the corrosion, because of the corrosion. Examples: rusting of iron, metals gets tarnished, the shining surface of the metals can be reduced. This is because of the corrosion. How to avoid this corrosion? Very very important. In the final examination they may ask for the 1 or 2 marks. How to avoid the corrosion? What are the precautions or prevention should be taking place to reduce the corrosion? By painting, by oiling, by electroplating, by anodizing, by galvanization, etc. There are so many methods to avoid the corrosion, to protect the metals from the corrosion. These are important methods are doing to protect the metals from the corrosion. I have given in the picture. You look at the picture and then get the idea about the corrosion. Next, number two, rancidity. See, when fats and oils of the food are oxidized, they become rancid and then get smell. If we keep food for 2 to 3 days to the atmosphere of oxygen, it gets smell. This is the rancidity. That's why the Lays, they are manufacturers, they are placing gas, they are while pocketing, they are placing a gas. Which gas they are going to fill in that bag? Chips packet, it is having a nitrogen gas. How to avoid the rancidity? Keeping food in airtight containers. Usually manufacturer fills chips bag with nitrogen. Why they are filling nitrogen? To avoid the rancidity, to avoid the oxidizing. They are going to fill nitrogen in this chips packet. Then chips packet will having a validity up to 1 month or 2 month. Food will not get any rancidity. Next, important points. Number one, these two are the exothermic and endothermic reactions are also a types of chemical reactions. It is another types of chemical reactions on the basis of the thermal properties. Means heat is evolved during the reaction or heat is observed during the reaction. This involved. Next, number one, exothermic reactions. The reaction in which heat is released during the chemical reaction is called exothermic reaction. Here, surrounding medium gets hot during this reaction. The reaction in which heat is released during the chemical reaction, this type of reaction is called exothermic reaction. In the exothermic reaction, the surrounding medium of the reaction gets hot. I have given one example. CaO. Let me take one example. CaO, calcium oxide. This is called quicklime. It reacts with the water, H2O water, and then there is a formation of calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. Sorry, there is a mistake. Ca, not can, CaN. It is CaOH twice. Plus huge amount of heat is liberated. Next, let me take example number 2. Methane, CH4 and oxygen O2. It forms CO2 and H2O. When methane burns in the presence of oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide and water. This also a exothermic reaction. Heat is liberated during the reaction. Next, number 2 reaction, endothermic reaction. The reaction in which heat is observed during the chemical reaction. This reaction is called endothermic reaction. Surrounding medium gets cooled during this reaction. In the above exothermic reaction, surrounding medium gets hot, but in the endothermic reaction, surrounding medium gets cooled during this reaction. Examples for this reaction: photosynthesis, melting of ice, evaporating liquid water. Examples for this photosynthesis: carbon dioxide and then water, and then when heat, this is the sunlight. When these two, carbon dioxide and water, in the leaves of the tree, they are going we are observing the photosynthesis in the leaves of the tree. By observing the carbon dioxide and the water, and then heat, that is sunlight, then there is a formation of glucose, there is a production of the glucose, and then oxygen is liberated in the during the photosynthesis. This exothermic and endothermic reaction, I have given a one picture. You look at this picture and then get the idea. Then what is meant by exothermic and what is meant by endothermic? Exothermic means heat is liberated to the surroundings. Endothermic means heat is observed. Heat is observed. Then the surrounding medium gets cooled in the endothermic reactions. Then thanks for watching. Then subscribe the channel and then watch my videos.